Hello students, welcome back to our latest update program. My name is Saloni Nandkyolier, and in this session let us talk about Nayi Chetna 4.0 because it has been recently inaugurated by the government. So the Union Minister for Agriculture and Farmers Welfare and Rural Development, Shri Shivraj Singh Chouhan, and the Union Minister for Women and Child Development, Srimati Annapurna Devi, they inaugurated the 4th edition of Nayi Chetna 4.0. which is an initiative for change. And this campaign has been spearheaded by the Ministry of Rural Development under Deen Upadhyay National Rural Livelihood Mission, DAY-NRLM. Now, what is this Nayi Chetna 4.0? So, Nayi Chetna is actually a national campaign. A national campaign to end what? To end gender-based violence. It is a national campaign to end gender-based violence, the violence that we see against women. And it talks about promoting the safety, dignity, and economic participation of women. Along with these things, it also talks about providing recognition to the women for the unpaid work that they do. Unpaid work like the household duties that they have, the nurturing work that they do, that is mostly unpaid in nature. So the unpaid work that they do also demands recognition. So these are some goals, the objective of Nayi Chetna. So what are your keywords over here? It is a national campaign to end gender-based violence, and it wants to promote the safety, dignity, economic participation of women, along with providing recognition to them for their unpaid work. And it also talks about bringing some behavioral changes like shared domestic responsibilities. Shared domestic responsibilities so that dignity can come in even in the household work that they do. The responsibilities of the household should be shared. So this is a behavioral change that the campaign wants to have. So basically this is a national campaign. It is wanting to end gender-based violence. It is wanting to end the discrimination that women face in different spheres of their life. And how is it wanting to do so? Through community participation. Ending gender-based violence through community participation like the self-help groups or the panchayats or any other clusters that will be formed. So basically bringing about awareness in the community and raising community work, asking the community to participate in this awareness campaign and do all the work that is needed. So this is going to be done through community participation in the form of your self-help groups, in the form of some clusters, in the form of village panchayats, etc. Now, this is Nayi Chetna 4.0, which means there will be previous versions also. So what is significant about this version or this edition? So the significance here is that a joint advisory has been issued by 11 ministries. So not just one ministry or two ministry, 11 ministries have come together to work on this thing. So this becomes important. This basically is differentiating this edition with the previous editions, and those 11 ministries are the Women and Child Development, Panchayati Raj, Home Affairs, Education, Health, Social Justice, Youth Affairs, MSME, Agriculture, Information and Broadcasting, and the Department of Justice. So basically the whole of government. So the approach that the government has taken in this edition is the differentiator. The approach is whole of government. It is a collaboration that we see between so many ministries that are coming together to raise awareness to end this gender-based violence. This becomes a differentiator over here. And what do we want to do? We want to end gender-based discrimination through community participation. Now, if we talk about some other things that are happening, like how are we planning to do this thing? How is the community planning to eradicate the discrimination that the women see? So here, the importance has been given on education. If the women, if the girls here will be educated in the country, they'll be educated, they'll be aware of their rights, they'll be aware of what is being provided to them, what are the things that they should be demanding, how they should be working, what are they capable of. Everything is going to fall into place once they are educated. So education plays a very, very important role, and this the government has also noted that education should be there. Only then they'll be able to enhance their economic participation opportunities also. We have seen huge economic participation coming in the Lakhpati Didi campaign, but we can basically guarantee more and more economic participation of the women in the country once they are educated. They can have employment for themselves, they can feed themselves. So this is going to come through education. And then the government has also asked to focus on de-addiction. Basically, to raise the voice against addiction, because a lot of domestic violence that happens even today happens because of alcohol abuse of the partners or any other drug abuse. So addiction is a very big social evil that needs to be eradicated, and that the government is also emphasizing on, that addiction is the root cause of all these evils and it should be eradicated. And abuse should no longer be normalized, which means that these women who are victims of abuse should raise their voices. They have these dedicated support centers. There are helplines which are going to be provided in the campaign. They can reach to their support centers, they can raise their concern, and then they will be provided with all the kinds of supports that are needed. Emotional support, financial support, legal support, whatever support is needed will be provided to these women, because the goal here is to end gender-based discrimination of all forms and also bring about behavioral change so that we can have a prosperous society to live in, and the women and the girls, they can basically feel safe and they can thrive in today's society. So that was all for this video. This is going to be a month-long campaign because it has started on 25th of November and it is going to end on 23rd of December. And the implementation is going to be across all states and UT. So it's a nationwide campaign, as I already told you, all states plus UTs. So it's definitely a great step, and the implementation needs to be appropriate so that we can reap the fruits of this great initiative. So that was all for this video. Now let us look at a practice question for prelims. Consider the following statements regarding Nayi Chetna 4.0. 1. It is implemented under the Deen Dayal Antyodaya Yojana, National Rural Livelihood Mission. 2. Its core theme includes safety, dignity, economic empowerment, and recognition of women's unpaid work. Which of the statements given above is or are correct? A. 1 only, B. 2 only, C. both 1 and 2, or D. neither 1 nor 2. Please provide your answers in the comment section and we will meet in a new video. Thank you for watching.
For more informative content, like, share and subscribe, and do not forget to press the bell icon to get the notifications.